LPGA season. Morgan and I are joined by Kate Cockrell and Mel Reed. Here is one of those winners this year, one of the rookie winners, Morgan Rio Takeda.
For her second win on tour, winning last fall in Japan. Just one of the exceptional young Japanese talents we have seen emerge this year on the LPGA Tour.
Gabby Ruffles, the young Aussie, saw her playing in the final pair at the Amundi Evian Championship a couple of months ago. You see number 70, the race to the CME Globe.
Yeah, this is a tough hole with that whole location on the left today. Excellent approach.
Here we are at the par 5 8th, and there's Nelly, and here's Kay Cockrell.
Grant, delighted to be out here in the fairway at number 8, reachable par 5. Nelly hit nearly a 330-yard drive, which has left her with a 5-iron for her second.
Okay, this is playing as the easiest hole on the course today, almost closer to a par 4 than a par 5. So the field definitely taking advantage.
All right, so a cheer as well. Afternoon wave, Gino Titakun, Lydia Ko, among others. Ayaka Budaway, Inji Lee, Miranda Wong, the most recent rookie winner a couple of weeks ago outside Boston. Here's Gabby Ruffles eyeing this one at the 15th.
Now, there's only been 7 birdies so far today on this 15th hole. Has not been easy. Really an exclamation point on that approach there from Gabby. It's an intimidating second shot, the way that the green is quite narrow and sits at a bit of an angle. One of a multitude of greens out here that really require precise iron play and distance control. Just a bit downhill here from this position.
Perfect speed with that line, so that takes her into a tie for 3rd at 5 under. Jenny Bett.
Chip shot and lie will dictate a little bit of left to right movement. Oh, that sat down a little too quick, too soon.
Nelly played well here last year, finished 5th.
Did you call him? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we called him, Ollie, on the way. Looking for her first victory of 2025. The search continues. Just keeps putting herself in good position, as she did in Boston a couple of weeks ago, going into the weekend. Didn't happen for her there. Maybe this week.
Yeah, that's the game. You just keep grinding, keep knocking down the door, and it's even more remarkable when you think about how many different winners there have been, and Nelly's not on that list.
Yeah.
There's quite a few players who have won consistently over the years that are not on that list.
Yeah, Hannah Green won 3 times last year. She hasn't done it. Brooke Henderson got off that schneid a couple of weeks ago. By the way, you may have just heard Lottie tap in just a second ago, so takes her to 4 under.
A rules official has just arrived. Nelly kind of going over her pre-shot routine. It'll be interesting to see if she goes ahead and finishes out. Nelly tends to like to play quickly, not have to sit to the side and overthink things. So even though Rose is back talking with the official about the situation, Nelly is engrossed in her process and going to go ahead and try to make this putt and make up for the bogey that she made on the last hole.
It's a good mentality to have, Kay. Play quickly, don't think too much. We all, as golfers, we all overthink everything, don't we?
We sure do. It's a good reminder.
For her 9th birdie of the day.
That is going to irritate her.
Yeah, with 5-iron in hand,
feels like a
especially.
bogey.
45, so it's just has not quite been able to find that form.
Final hole for Nelly Korda.
See if she can dial pile in this 9-iron, 138 yards to the hole. It's a rather shallow green, but a little deeper on the left-hand side. As Morgan said, it's really just an idyllic day. And I know the early morning tee times, it's a little bit cool out here to start, but it warms up nicely once you get to mid-late morning. And Morgan, maybe just a teeny breath of wind just to stir the air, but nothing consequential.
Yeah, we kind of saw that in that flag stick there on these approaches into 9, that it was fluttering a little bit. Not really much to speak of, though, Kay?
No, and it'll be interesting to see if that ramps up a little bit this afternoon or the afternoon ends up staying calm. Nelly obviously would like to have been about half the distance closer, as it is looking at a 26, 27 footer that's gently uphill. And to my eye, it looked like it wants to go a little right to left, but it might just flatten out a bit as it gets to the top near the hole.
I'd say the players this afternoon probably want the breeze to pick up a few miles an hour, keep the bugs at bay. And Kay probably does too. Heavy-handed there from Nelly.
Just edging it on you for the scoring title. So here's Nelly for par and a round of 67.
And this really is a must-make in order for her to feel really solid and good about this round. Failed to get up and down for par at 7. Failed to get up and down for birdie at the last. But this would be the cap off a very nice 67.
Leave good taste in her mouth. Leaving, make dinner taste better, as they say.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, the first shot counts as much as the last shot, but you always remember your most recent shots more.
Mel's going to get a read. All right, over at the 10th with Minjee Lee and Miranda Wong, our defending champion, Lydia Ko. And Morgan, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, when she didn't think it could get any better, she comes and shoots 63 in her first start since winning at the old course, which, of course, that AIG Women's Open was on the heels of her gold medal in Paris, and she won here going away.
I kind of laughed at her press conference the other day. She said this win proved that her stretch in Europe, quote, wasn't just a lucky stretch of 3 weeks. I mean, what a thing to say for somebody like Lydia Ko, who felt like she needed to validate the gold medal, the Hall of Fame, and then adding another major to her resume at one of the most famed venues in all of sport.
We should all be so lucky. Got to win early this year. Singapore, one of the 24 winners of the 23 events this season, and a couple of others in the group with her. Kay Cockrell, her a chance to get that card back, 99th. Now Lydia, her second at the 11th.
A much better lie in that it's pretty darn level. That'll allow her to get some height on this 4 hybrid. Pulled it a bit, but it's peeling back a little.
And gets a nice kick off the longer grass, settles into the first cut.
And back we go to the 11th, the third for Lydia.
Chipping off a sparse lie. Left to right movement. Oh, I like the way she played that, Morgan, keeping it very low.
Yeah,
some of it's the putter and the comfort that she has with it, but a lot of hard work from Minjee to improve those numbers so dramatically. And now Lydia for her birdie.
Speaking of good putting, I have thought Lydia a great consistent putter through all these years that she's been playing. Since a teenager, winning the U.S. Amateur up in Cleveland, But this is actually a new putter in the bag for her. Just the same model, the same everything, except a change in color.
Shocker. Up and down for birdie for Lydia.
Just something to watch, though. She stood over that for a very long time. We see her do that from time to time on some of those shorter putts there below the hole.
And that to go birdie, birdie, birdie. Now Lydia.
Going with the same club that Miranda used. That's what's always nice about not being the guinea pig and going second. You can learn a little something, or maybe convince yourself that the club you were thinking about is correct.
She looked like she turned through that one nicely. Kept that club right in front of her.
And you can see these greens really firming up. Got a fair bit of release when that landed. Players were talking about how slow and soft the course was Monday, Tuesday. It started to speed up a little yesterday during
Consistency in tough conditions.
And now Lydia at the 12th.
Even though she's the furthest away from the hole in this group, she has the easier, more straightforward putt. She's putting back uphill with just a little bit of continuous right to left break. She'll be able to be a little more aggressive, whereas, like Morgan said, Minjee will face a faster putt she'll have to be a little tentative with.
I like it. She's taking her practice swings, Kay, looking out at the hole for distance.
She makes it forward at the 11th. And now Lydia for par. And that's a nice start for a player who really needs it at 94th in the race to the CME Globe. To 13, and Lydia Ko.
Lydia's pulled out an 8-iron, 131 yards to the front, 155 to the hole. Little downhill and wind helping. She's still going to have to get a lot out of this club.
Just got ahead of it a touch there, Kay. Started well right of where she was looking. Was always going to be a tough hole location to get it close to with the amount of curvature she likes to put on the ball.
At the 13th, Lydia Ko, a long one for birdie.
This lengthy putt, she's trying to make as easy a two-putt as possible, changing levels from the lower level up to where the hole's located.
It's all about judging pace.
Didn't win last year, but got that major title, her third different major. Lydia got her third different major a year ago at the AIG Women's Open, and then took a little time off, came back here in her first start since, and won by 5.
And perhaps winning at the old course and getting her third major, she's talked about sort of whetted her appetite to get more majors and shoot for the career Grand Slam, which is, I guess, Morgan, really the only thing missing in her resume.
Gosh, she stood over that one a long time. Just kept waiting for her to have that little forward press that triggers her stroke. But it is hard to believe there are any holes in that resume of Lydia Ko.
She needs the U.S. Women's Open or the KPMG Women's PG. Back at the 14th, Lydia Ko.
A good drive has left Lydia with an 8-iron in. Just a little one. Gonna take a little something off of this. I'll wait for the bugs to settle down. Little distraction.
It's a huge difference.
The shot.
Okay, into that little finger of the green on the left side with an 8-iron compared to a 5.
Take a look at Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance this hour.
She is coming off a little downhill lie again, so coming out with lower trajectory. And that did not carry onto the green, ended up in the rough, the grassy hill of the bunker. Both Miranda and Lydia have challenging shots for different reasons. Lydia mostly because she has a little bit of a narrowed stance because her ball is so close to the edge of the bunker. It's in some deep rough. But the good news is she has an uphill lie, ball a little bit above her feet. So she ought to be able to get this lofted and landing softly.
I really want to push your weight forward to your front foot when the lie is this severe.
So good. Her tempo and rhythm on awkward shots is exquisite.
Yeah, she just really is able to center or to stabilize her center of gravity. And her balance is impeccable, which allows for that consistent tempo.
Keep it here for Lydia.
Lydia hit a beautiful drive, cut a lot of overspin on her tee shot, and it scampered down here to where she has just 124 yards in, which will enable her to hit a wedge. Also a little bit of a downhill lie.
Well, on this sobering anniversary, the LPGA players, staff, all of us mindful of that day 24 years ago when the terror...
And over just to the left of the green on a bridge that leads over towards the next tee, and you can see the rock wall that's supporting this green. It just really has an interesting feel. It's rather beautiful hole.
Yeah, there are quite a few really pretty holes. I was looking at this hole, I kind of felt like it's almost something you would find in the Northeast, like a New York style design.
Well, Arnold Palmer was very well traveled, so he had a lot in his brain to choose from when he was designing this course. Challenging little double breaker here. Off to the right initially, then hard breaking down to the left. And she kind of fell in love with the line and forgot the head scratcher on that putt.
Now, Lydia.
This, well, she had a longer birdie putt than she would have liked out in the fairway with a wedge in her hand, and now consequently going to have to really bear down and grind to not three-putt. We've already seen her three-putt once, missing a short, foot-and-a-half putt.
Yeah.
It's just how much the length of time sometimes, Kay, we talked earlier about not overthinking things. The length of time she stands over some of these putts, you feel like there's a lot going on in a player's mind.
It becomes a habit that you have to break before it gets too long.
A little quicker that
There you
time.
go.
Yeah.
Yep, nice.
All right. Lydia getting ready, and we'll let you know again that this hour of Top Tracer technology is presented by Progressive Insurance.
Well, Lydia's pulled out the 4 hybrid, which should be plenty of club. She likes to grip down on her clubs quite a bit.
I kind of feel like there are so many hole locations, especially on this 9 today. They're on the left side that make it hard for Lydia and her shot shape to get it close.
Please. No. 3 straight pars. The goose, as her friends call her. For birdie to get to 2 under. Okay. Okay. Had a terrific rookie season last year. Finished inside the top 30 in the race to the CME Globe. And now Lydia at 16.
She would have gotten some good info off of Minji's putt ahead of her. See if she can put it to use.
Definitely gave it a little extra pace after watching Minji's come up short. Always paying attention. At least you should be to some extent of what's going on around you. Players are playing ahead of you, whether that's into the green or around. Not. Sometimes you can get those days where you feel like you're just in between clubs the whole time.
Lydia for par.
I have to say this green is very protected and it's feeling quite steamy and warm at the moment. Not feeling that little breeze.
PGA professional Brian Connor said we had a fake fall, which we sometimes get here. It was nice and cool, and then now Lydia.
Lydia hit one of her patented low heaters off the tee, and it scampered down to this point where she has just 120 in. However, she's going with a little more club with a 9-iron. Gripping way down, almost to the shaft. It's so interesting how she really manipulates her shots. Very old school.
Yeah, she's just an artist. Okay, we certainly see that around the greens, but when she's really afternoon wave, but we're just not seeing quite the scoring that we saw from the slightly softer conditions in the morning.
Lydia for birdie.
Putting from hole high right. Yeah, I saw a little right to left break in that, and I think she did too, and it just wasn't there.
Almost looked like it wasn't until after the hole, Kay. But even from this camera angle, it looks like the whole location's almost off the green.
Played well in Canada 3 weeks ago. Finished 5th. That was her first top 10 since March. Got that early victory. Yuka's struggles continue. She has made triple bogey at the 13th hole and bogeyed a couple of others since then. Waiting on the tee at the 18th. On a risk or challenge hole. It was a bogey for Minji at 17.
Green. Good shot.
All right, fairway clearing. Lydia getting ready.
Quite the uphill tee shot from tee to fairway, and you definitely want to favor the left center of this fairway. A tee shot missed right is no bueno. Leads to a lot of trouble.
It's been really solid off the tee today. Kay has hit every fairway so far. This one should suit her eye.
That will please her. And quick to pick up the tee. You can see the fairways firming up a little bit more, getting a little more scoot out of the drives, even an uphill drive.
Flagstick, that tree that overhangs. Lydia, I'd expect Kay to move this towards the flagstick.
Definitely this sets up for her ideal shot with the left to right shot. The second shot plays 6 to 7 uphill. 216 to the hole. 194 to the front. Ooh, no, big pull hook.
Oh, into the hospitality.
No, Lydia, you're not supposed to go to hospitality for another couple hours till you've finished your round.
Just something that's usually the cause of the not wanting to go miss